God. I thought that guy, he's like tight roping. I did not see the string at first. I thought he was like levitating.
From here, it just looks like forced perspective, and it looks
Yeah.
like a giant just like walking
Yeah.
on the green behind. The fuck?
Dude, that's kind of cool. Oh.
Suck, dude.
I love seeing like people in Athens like outside. Like I've never seen that kind of shit before. Like they're like chilling in their hammocks playing guitar.
That shit is so stupid. I've seen so many people fucking in their hammocks
Yeah.
the past few days. I'm like, how do you live with yourself? You're so lame.
Yeah. I don't get it. Is it supposed to be like, this is my aesthetic, this is my culture? I'm all about like living outside.
I've never understood the hammock hype because I hate hammocks. I hate being suspended like that in the air. It's the worst thing. I'm like, this isn't comfortable. Your back gets all sweaty, even though your front side is facing the sun. There's shit falling from the trees at all times of ever. So you can't work on a fucking computer.
Yeah.
Because then it just gets on your keyboard, and I hate when shit gets on my keyboard.
Yeah, so all you can do is like play guitar and read a book.
And like lay there like a fucking idiot and be like, I'm in my hammock.
Yeah.
I'm like,
just
yeah,
that.
dude, fucking in your hammock.
You got like your Ray-Bans on, your hair's like in a man bun, you're all like just chilling there.
You're naked.
Yeah, naked. Just
Fucking
completely
whatever.
naked. You're like sitting there, you're smoking like a cigarette.
You're like, yeah, I'm in nature. Your fucking hammock's got like burn marks because it's edgy. You put out your cigarette.
Listen, man, I'm just saying, like when you chill in the
Hey, bro, you fucking smell, dude. You need to take a shower.
listen to me, okay?
I'm gonna need you to stop smoking. This is a college campus.
Dude, you're fucking with my vibe right now.
Can you put on some clothes?
Listen, I'm just letting it all out, bro. I'm not bothering.
Like, how are you playing the guitar with your dick right now? Bro, that's fucking weird.
That's what I learned back in high school, man. I just learned how to play with my dick.
Good stuff.
Listen, dude, don't fuck with my vibe, okay? You want a cig? You want to puff a ciggy?
You won't put out your cigarette? This is a college campus, dude. It's fucking tobacco free, man.
Listen, man, I'm not bothering you. You don't have to bother me. Just live life.
Your dick is out and you're playing a guitar with it. Definitely bothering me.
You know, the key is you got to stay as hard as possible. Because otherwise, you stroke multiple strings.
Good stuff. We should start off the podcast with that and
With-
just get rid of everything else.
We'll get rid of all the depressing shit.
Yeah.
Let's start off with me playing the guitar with my dick.
Good stuff. We'll start off at the hammock section.
All right, that works.
Okay, so that means we got like another 30 minutes to just
Yeah, just
bang out.
bang out.
We'll be here until 6:20.
Perfect. Yeah, that gives us plenty of time.
Yeah. So what's up? What do you want to talk about?
Honestly,
You want to talk about why people are stupid when it comes to movies? You want to talk about that?
Sure.
Because
What specifically?
us,
We're stupid.
the film, no, just mass audiences,
Oh.
or I guess people with expectations, because people with expectations that weren't met didn't like the movie.
What are we talking about specifically?
Us,
Oh.
the film
Oh.
made by Jordan Peele.
That pronoun was really confusing me.
Yeah, they really
Okay.
need. I wish you could have named it something else, but you know, I can get behind it. Title makes sense, but anyways,
Yeah.
a lot of the reviews that I was reading were like, "This was just such a disappointment after Get Out," and I was like, "You never said that it wasn't good.
Yeah.
All you're saying is that it was a disappointment."
Are you talking about anyone in specific? Are you talking about like Adam? Or
No, I
just
didn't.
talking about
I just
general?
went. I mean, he gave it a 6 out of 10, but he also gave Spider-Verse a 6 out of 10. So I don't really listen to Adam's shit,
That's
like
kinda
unless
fucked.
it's about pretentious things.
I can't believe he gave Spider-Verse a 6 out of 10. That's ridiculous.
He gave The House That Jack Built a 4,
Yeah, that's different. That's different.
and I mean, all of his buddies, Ralph the Movie Maker and I Hate Everything, they gave that was on like their top
I know.
10
I
list.
love that one. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it's fucking funny.
Yeah,
But
it was funny.
no, I mean, I just don't get how you can let your expectations dictate something
It's
like
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like I agree with that. Where if you're like I feel like hype can kill something so quickly, and it sucks for like a lot, like not just movies but even albums. Like if you have like I'd say To Pimp a Butterfly is like one of the best albums, and I think to follow it up like with Damn, I still think Damn's a great album. but I think that it was hurt a little bit because it was coming after, you know.
Yeah, I think anything that he released after
would have
that
been considered like.
which is weird when you look at it because his B-sides is fucking better than Damn.
Oh my god, I know. Untitled Unmastered.
Untitled
is so
Unmastered
good.
is better than Damn.
It's so good.
But no, I get what you're saying. It's technically not an album since it's just like leftovers from To Pimp.
Exactly.
But no, I mean, a lot of the reviews that I was reading pointed out that there was nothing wrong with the movie other than that it was just disappointing following Get Out.
See, that's not even a critique.
And I'm like,
what is that?
What does that mean? Because there's plenty of social commentary in there.
Yeah.
There's the exact same visual style from Get Out. You got a leading black family. You got a badass woman in the leading role who does not turn out to be like a bitch like in Get Out. But anyways, fucking Lupita Nyong'o,
Amazing.
so good in that movie.
So good.
Same with Winston Duke, dude who played M'Baku.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the kids.
Oh yeah.
I cannot believe how not annoyed I was with the kids.
The kids were really good. Yeah.
I was not annoyed at all.
Like I thought the daughter was especially,
Mhm.
and because I'm assuming it was the same actors that played.
Yeah,
so
exactly. So they had to play opposite
Yeah.
themselves,
Those-
which is
they're-
double the work
that
that
is insane.
actors already have to do.
Like I totally would not have been surprised if they got different actors for the horror people, because sometimes like their acting was just too good that I was like, how are you able to be so fucking creepy? Like when I like the girl and the little boy were so sweet, and then all of a sudden you see their demon forms and you're like what the fuck? Like especially the kid with the mask on, like he did the little glitchy effects and stuff.
Yeah, he was like growling, and I was like, I heard some people like giggle at that shit. I'm like, but that's genuinely unsettling. Imagine you have this kid come in with this family that he never walks. He just like crawls fucking everywhere and just like and like and like fucking growls
That's
and shit.
horrifying, yeah.
And his mom pets him because he's like a fucking animal and he's got burn marks on his mouth. Like, yeah, some of the stuff in the movie doesn't work until like afterwards when it's given context. Like when the doppelganger for the dad, he's like ooh ooh on the boat. It's like, well, one, they can't speak, so that's fine that he's communicating, and you're like, what the hell is he doing? So like, yeah, it's a little goofy at the time, but then you realize he's like talking with the other doppelgangers.
Yeah.
And like it's creepy because it builds like this atmosphere, and once
For
you
sure.
realize that they've taken over the whole fucking town and then the United States and everything, it doesn't make sense why people don't like this movie. I can't see why people don't like it.
The only complaint, the only criticism I've heard so far has been that it doesn't know what it wants to be, and I don't know if I really agree with that.
Yeah, I don't even agree with that because I think the comedy flows better than I've seen in horror movies.
Yeah.
It feels so much more natural than Michael Myers axing dude in the face and then like Jamie Lee Curtis drops a one-liner. I'm like, the fuck is this?
Yeah.
No, because it makes sense because she's not doing, or it doesn't make sense when she does that because she's not doing that for the rest of the movie. But the first thing you see of this dad when he gets out of the car in Us is he fucking dabs. It's bad, but it's hilarious because he's
so
just
funny.
a dad. He's like, "Oh, how's this, Junior?" and then he fucking dabs, and I'm like, okay, so this is who this guy is.
I thought that was
So
funny.
it makes sense, but like, what are genuine criticisms with it? Like the pacing is fast. 20 minutes in, the little kid's like, I think there's a family in the driveway. I'm like, oh shit, we're already doing
we're
this?
already getting right into it. Yeah.
We're already doing this? The opening scene sets the tone. I love that opening scene.
was
It's
so good.
It's so good in the mirror room. And I love the Hands Across America thing. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. No,
And I love the tethered.
yeah. The cinematography, I thought was spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the cinematography was better than Get Out.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were some shots I was like, okay, Jordan Peele, I see that you. I don't know. I mean, he directed it, so I'm sure he had some control.
I'm sure he
over
had
it.
control over both.
Yeah.
So
Shout out whoever cinematographed for that movie.
shout out whoever's the DP.
Yeah. Shout out to the DP.
No, I mean, I don't get it. Like, I didn't find it boring
No, not
at all.
No, it definitely wasn't boring. Like I don't think that's a proper. I mean, it's subjective, so you can say whatever you want, but boring, that doesn't make sense in my opinion.
The only criticism that I've heard, I guess, the only one that I've heard that I'd let validate just a smidge because it made a little bit of sense is how would the people travel underneath them and like know when to come out?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think that it's just all up to chance, and it just happened to be at the right time.
Yeah.
Like, because it doesn't say that the tunnels couldn't go under where the family lives originally. So, like, they could have just followed them the entire way back to underneath the pier or wherever on the beach. So, I don't know. I mean, there's questions like that, but then there's questions of, did you enjoy the movie? And I thoroughly did.
Yeah.
And I really loved it.
It was a good movie for sure.
And I hate that it's going to be forgotten because it's Jordan Peele's second movie.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be the shadow of Get Out.
It's weird. I saw an article that Lakeith Stanfield commented on, and it was like, Us is problematic because it portrays people with disabilities as villainous and murderous. And it's like...
Are they talking about like the bad guys, the shadows?
Exactly. They're not even the bad guys, though. I'm
Yeah.
just like, they're just violent.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's heavy-handed commentary, dipshit.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't complain when Get Out portrayed white people as bad. Is that because your white guilt is so bad that you just didn't want to give Get Out a single shitty thing? I think Us is a better film than Get Out. I had so much more fun with it.
Yeah, I think Get Out's great, obviously. I mean,
obviously, like I've never seen a better movie with a black lead. I mean,
well, I thought it was, didn't it win Best Picture?
they got nominated.
Got
No,
nominated.
it didn't get
What
What
did he win? Did he win Best Director?
He won Best Original Screenplay.
Best Original Screenplay. Okay, yeah. So I knew he won something, but yeah, I thought Get Out was really good. I do think the overall like I don't know. I really fuck with like the visual part of it. And I just thought that the visual storytelling was better in Us, but I just like a lot of I just thought it was like I thought the little like things that he threw in there were really cool too. Like there's tons of those in Get Out, and I'm glad that he kept it up in classic Jordan Peele fashion in Us. Like when Alexa plays NWA, and then you know the lyrics, right?
Yeah.
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
I mean, and I also I love how it's playing the Beach Boys until the black family's about to get in there, and it's just like about this appropriation,
I just love that, like straight from the underground, like boom, like there we go, Jordan Peele. And then when she finds the frisbee like perfectly in like the little circle, and you're like, okay, and you know whatever the fuck the rabbits were supposed to mean, you know, the classic symbolism.
I don't know, rabbits just have a lot of babies really fast. That's all I got from it. I'm like, they can just reproduce just as fast as everyone, which makes them a viable food source. That's the main thing.
That's what they were inside of the story, but I'm sure there's like a symbol, like thing that they're supposed to like, you know, be an analogy for.
And I like the opening credits music better than Get Out's. Like Get Out's is really good at that. See kitty sa. That's good, but the Get Out,
Like what, the put 5 on it or whatever.
that mixed with like the music, like when it's like panning out and like the room of bunnies, and like all the credits are shining.
That was really good.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that was good. I forgot about that. There was one little nitpick that Adam said that I also noticed when I saw the movie, and it's really small. It's really not even that big of a deal, but it was the first scene. You have this really cool opening shot, and it pretty much tells you everything you need to know. It's Santa Fe or something, and it's in 1978. You see all of it inside the television. You see the year, et cetera, et cetera. And then the next shot it cuts to black, and then you see Santa Fe, like 1968 or whatever. And you're like, you didn't need to tell us that. We got all the, like, Jordan Peele, you did a great job with that scene. Tell your editor or whoever's in charge of that shit, take it out. Don't fucking tell me shit. You're so good at giving me little, like sneak disses, sneak hints. I don't need you to tell me anything, baby. You can keep all that stuff low key. I'll pick it up. I'll be scouring YouTube for like hours. All the top 10 Jordan Peele Easter eggs in films.
Yeah, and like, I don't know, for anyone who would have read the synopsis before going in, it says the mother traumatized by an event in her past. I'm like, okay, this movie's going to start in the past because Jordan Peele's smart. He's not going to do shitty flashbacks. Like there's flashbacks in there, but they make sense in the context of the story as she remembers more and more
You're saying
who she
you
is.
didn't want them to do a Captain Marvel?
I'm saying exactly that. As if I didn't already hate that movie enough.
I think it would have been cool if halfway through the movie, all of a sudden she realized that she was a fighter pilot.
Oh my god.
from a space world.
Yeah. No, maybe I just liked Us so much because I had just seen such a shit movie the week before.
That might have been it, yeah.
I was just like, yeah, Captain Marvel was so bad that Us was just
so much better because
it was just such a piece of fresh air.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's certainly not going to get Oscar nominated. It should.
I think it might get nominated.
It might get nominated for like fucking sound design or something.
Yeah.
Something stupid instead of it should at least get nominated for the screenplay, but it's only March.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I love that you released it because I love seeing awesome movies, but if you want to go for the Oscar run, you probably should have waited a little bit.
I mean, Get Out got nominated. It got nominated for some pretty hefty stuff, which
sure.
I mean, it got nominated for picture, director, screenplay, and best actor, which
I'm calling it now.
Surprising.
Jordan Peele will win at least one Oscar for this movie.
I'm going to say the movie's going to win at least one Oscar.
Hell yeah. Actually,
no. I'm going to say it's not. It's not going to win anything.
Okay.
It's not going to win a damn thing, and it should. But it's not going to. And I don't know. It teeters right on artsy, but also it's not Hereditary. And Hereditary didn't even get considered.
Well, we have to think about the other movies. Like Quentin Tarantino's film is probably going to win a shit ton of he's probably going to win screenplay.
Maybe. I don't even know if it's going to be good.
That's true.
I know I'm going to have fun with it, but I don't know if it's going to be good. People didn't like Hateful Eight.
Oh, Hateful Eight. I thought people had seen it already. Yeah, I don't know why people didn't like Hateful Eight. That's really weird.
Because it's 3 hours of talking.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it makes sense if you're not into that kind of stuff, but when
it's the most Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah, like when it's Quentin Tarantino writing the dialogue, you can make it as long as you want. I'll sit there and listen.
Yeah, that's why it's my favorite.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd still think I'd say Inglourious Basterds is up there for me. But
Inglourious Basterds was a fun first watching experience, but like upon rewatch, I'm just like, eh. You see, I like the bar scene.
Yeah, the bar scene
with Michael Fassbender.
And any scene with Christoph Waltz, I can watch that shit over and over again.
And I like the ending. The ending's
fun.
Good, and the fucking.
You know, I think this might just be my masterpiece.
I'm like, yeah, Quentin, just jerking yourself off.
Oh yeah, this is your masterpiece, Quentin.
You're so funny, bro.
Yeah. Nah, I'm hoping. I mean, from the trailer, shit looked great. Whoever is playing Bruce Lee in that is doing a fantastic fucking job. I thought I was watching Bruce Lee reincarnated. That shit was so good. So I think it's going to be Quentin Tarantino having fun with Hollywood, and Hollywood loves that shit.
It should.
So I mean,
it should be good.
Look at La La Land. It almost won Best Picture.
I mean, clearly the Academy wanted it too, but they were like, we have to give it to the movie about the gay black kid.
They were like, we'll announce La La Land, but we'll switch it to Moonlight.
Like we know which one we all wanted.
Yeah.
But we'll give it to you guys.
Officially to Moonlight. we have to make sure La La Land's announced first. Basically, so long as that happens, I don't give a damn who you give the award to. I want to make sure La La Land, and whenever someone plays the YouTube video of Moonlight of whoever won the whatever year Oscar, I want La La Land to be there. Make this fucking happen, Academy. They're like, oh, don't worry, we're already on top of it.
I'm a little bummed about the premise of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, just because when it first came out, what Quentin Tarantino's next movie was going to be about, they made it so misleading. They're like, it's going to be in 1969, the year of the Manson murders. Yep. And I was like, bitch, yeah, we're going to get like a Quentin Tarantino, Zodiac. Charles Manson, fucking California movie. No, we're just getting a movie about like an actor and his stunt double. And Charles Manson's going to be in there, but he's not going to be like a huge part. Obviously, Margot Robbie's going to die in the movie because Sharon Tate was murdered.
Spoiler. Gee. No, I'm
Okay,
just
well,
kidding.
fucking pick up a history book and figure out that Sharon Tate, played by Margot Robbie in the movie, was fucking murdered by the Manson gang, okay? So, fucking know your history going in, bitch. Or, because Quentin Tarantino has changed history before,
Yeah.
they're not going to kill her, and it's just
And
going to
she's
end up
gonna
being
kill him.
fucking weird.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I'm most excited about, is to see what he does with Charles Manson. But Quentin Tarantino's never really made like a full-out horror
I
thing,
would have
and he
liked to have
should.
seen them do that. I was in the same situation when I was hearing all the Charles Manson stuff, and I was seeing, Margot Robbie playing,
Sharon Tate, and I
yeah,
was like,
you're like, oh shit, okay, we're gonna get like a real like dark thriller from Tarantino.
mm-hmm.
But no, it's just a classic Tarantino film,
And then he's like, nah, it's goofy.
It's goofy.
Movies.
Yeah, movies. Woo, we're having fun. Movies are fun. It's a little campy, but like still a little grounded. But also, there's gonna be a lot of fucking blood, and multiple people will die.
There might be. I don't know.
I hope so. I hope Bruce Lee dies. I
don't think we're gonna
Brad
get to that
Pitt.
part.
I hope Brad Pitt dies. I want Leonardo DiCaprio to die.
Jesus.
I want Christoph Waltz to come in and die as a cameo.
He's not even in the movie.
I want him like in a cameo just to get like shot. And then I want Margot Robbie to be the only person that lives in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I want Tarantino to have another cameo, but this time he says, once upon a time in Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
you sometimes live happily ever after. And that's how it ends. And then he makes a sequel to that movie called Happily Ever After. And then he wraps up his career. That's how I'd want it to be.
Damn.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know what I think it'll be good. I would have liked a dark thriller, but it'll be
It's gonna be good, at least, probably, maybe.
he hasn't missed yet after the year 2002. So, so far he's had a pretty good track record.
Yeah.
I think 2002. When did Death Race come out?
That was like 2006.
After 2006, he hasn't come out with a bad movie. I didn't know that was 2006. Damn.
Yeah, Grindhouse was like mid 2000s.
Shit.
The mid 2000s is just a bad era in
Very
general.
bad movie for movies. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
And maybe even music too.
Music, clothes. That's my only problem with Breaking Bad
Mm-hmm.
is Jesse's outfits.
Oh yeah.
But like it makes sense for the character because he's a product of the time that would have made him dress like that. And
Exactly.
but it sucks that that's what the fucking time makes him is this fucking weird juggalo looking motherfucker. I'm like, all right, you're freaking me out, dude.
I know, man. He's always saying bitch. Like,
That's fine.
unbelievable. I'm not going to rewatch that show. I'm not going to stand up for this derogatory nonsense.
Yeah. Nice.
I really hope, it's the same thing with Mad Men. I'm not going to watch that shit either. Fuck that show.
So sexist.
Worst show I've ever seen.
Hell yeah.
Donald Draper, can't you just be monogamous for one fucking season? Jesus Christ.
No. I mean, he's monogamous to the woman he's cheating on for like the first 2 episodes. Oh.
Now, Betty Draper in her prime or Megan Draper?
Neither.
Neither. The teacher?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Very much so. I'm pissed that never went anywhere.
I know, me too.
Because it needed to,
Yeah.
and it didn't.
She was good looking. Don, what are you doing?
She was like a mix between Megan and Betty.
Betty. It was the best of both worlds. She was like a little bit of that hippie, but she was still like, real. Like she was like, look, I'm not just living in fantasy land. I have an actual like job, and I'm actually like aspiring to do things that don't involve me just smoking weed and being a model or something. Like, it would have been perfect for Don. But I think the writers knew that, and they were like, Don doesn't want to get with someone that's comfortable and easy.
Yeah, that's why he got rid of the Jewish girl after like season 1.
He's like, I want to be with someone that makes me like, that I feel like I have complete fucking control over.
Fuck, man, that show's so dark. Don's just like, I need to control them sexually. I need to control them mentally
Yep.
and emotionally.
And I'm not even Donald fucking Draper. My real name's Dick Whitman.
Perfect.
And you're never gonna know
Unless you're Pete.
unless you're Pete. And then you're gonna tell my boss.
And he doesn't
He's not
give a
gonna
shit.
give a single fuck. And then you'll really learn your place here in marketing 1950s. You don't mean a fucking thing
Yeah.
until you move to California. Then you'll start being a little happier.
Maybe.
Maybe. Then you'll become Don and you'll cheat on your wife. And you'll be like, hell yeah, this is awesome. Until your wife, who isn't like Betty,
Lamely finds out.
yes. And then also just straight up ditches your ass. And then you realize just how fucking pathetic you are.
And that's how we're going to end the episode. Perfect.
Shout out John Hamm.
Shout out Bryan Cranston.
And shout out Logic
Oh, fuck you.
for making, so far, my favorite album of 2019. That was sarcasm. Although, check out Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, my God. Do
Best
not. No.
Indie song.
Don't plug Logic.
And they probably, like, anybody who listens to this probably already knows. Logic's too big of a name for people to, like, not hear about his amazing new book. Check out his new book, Supermarket, in stores now.